For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Lip sync. Yes, they are mighty. Yes, they are mighty. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through the Holy Ghost. They are strong through the pulling down of strongholds. They are mighty. Yes, they are mighty. They are strong through the pulling down of strongholds. They are mighty through the Holy Ghost. 우리들의 무기는 육체가 아니오 그러나 강하오 참으로 강하오. 우리들의 무기는 육체가 아니오 그러나 강하오 성령 안에서. They are strong through the pulling down of strongholds. They are mighty. Yes, they are mighty. They are strong through the pulling down of strongholds. They are mighty through the Holy Ghost.
아멘.
The title of the message today, The Hidden Gospel, number 10, by Jason Lee.
Romy Lee, it's already 10. Message, yes.
The Secret of the Cross. What is the main focus of the Bible? Jesus is the main focus of the whole Bible. What is the main focus of the ministry of Jesus? It is the crucified Christ. Understanding crucified Christ is the most important thing for all mankind. The cross is the death penalty framed like the guillotine.
Gelatin.
Right. The cross is so gruesome. The cross is the bottom of the hell. The cross is the absolute severance even from God. God did not answer anything. Everybody hates and curses the cross. This is the last borderline. But Jesus flipped it over perfectly through his resurrection and ascension to heaven. And Satan hates it so much, Satan doesn't want to go close to it. Thus, it paradoxically turned God's secrets safe, keeping all his treasures. The cross is Jesus Christ, is the paradox. Job received the curse of Satan. Everything was burnt up and everybody died except his wife and himself. And he himself cursed his own birthday. But at the end of the book of Job, everything was turned upside down. And blessings became doubled, and God endowed everything upon him. Oh, the Bible story is great reversal story. The cross was the greatest curse, but it turned to the greatest blessing dramatically.
Amen.
The cross is God's warehouse of blessing. The warehouse is filled with weapons against world and Satan. The warehouse is also filled with the detergent and antiseptic fluid against the virus of Satan and the world. And the cross is the furnace that burns up all the remaining poison. The cross is the shortcut where we can be reborn. New seed, new field, new farming is started right here. For Jesus, the cross is the place where his physical body was tortured and killed. But for us, it is the place where our soul is killed. All the war was started because of the people's soul. It is because Satan sneaked into our soul. The cross of Jesus Christ burned all of our opinion, thoughts, prejudices, our body composition, and recreates. It is the place of new creation. It is the place of practical transformation. The cross of Jesus Christ is the secret place where Jesus redeemed and united all together, all mankind.
Amen.
Through the cross, the ranking system, knowledge, tradition, history, discrimination, and religion will become disappeared. If there is any remnant of the old creation in which the true union was impossible, to become one body was impossible. There's nothing in the whole world that was more misunderstood and more misinterpreted by so many people like the cross of Jesus Christ. So many Christian people interpret the cross as a symbol of love, forgiveness, sacrifice, but through that kind of understanding, the new creation is impossible. It is the place where everything in the universe is finished up and sprout came out again. All of our thoughts, prejudices, habits are finished and reborn, just like a newborn baby.
Amen.
It is the delivery room of the new life. It is the place where God's satisfaction is flowing like a river.
Amen.
God could not let Jesus stay in his tomb because Jesus is such a precious prototype man. He grabbed the hand of Jesus and let him rise from the dead and get resurrected. And then let him sit on the right hand side of God's throne and let him become multiplied as he entered into the life of his disciples and then all mankind. We experience this resurrection and reproduction of seed, gene, and DNA of Jesus in ourselves. Jesus is living in our lives today. It is the place where all the sacrificial offering that were slain during the Old Testament time are resurrected. All the useless sacrificial offering turned to the true sacrificial offering through the death of Jesus Christ on the cross. Then Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his own cross and follow me. And why did he tell the people of Israel to look up to the copper snake every day? It is because it is a place of starting point of Lord's blessing. It is starting place of Lord's new creation.
Amen.
The people of the kingdom of the world deny this so thoroughly, but we must look it up every day. When a surgeon operates, he sterilizes so wide and thoroughly because any germs and foreign matter should never get inside of the patient. The virus and the foreign matters of the world and Satan should never enter inside of ourselves. That's why we must be reborn every day.
Amen.
When we were saved because of Jesus was once for all process, but it is just a changing direction, but we still must be reborn daily. St. Paul said that he wanted to experience the greater power of resurrection. That's why he died every day. He entered into the life of Christ deeper and deeper in order to block Satan, not to allow Satan chase after him. The bride must enter deeper into the bridegroom, entering deeper and deeper into his arms. She must enter deeper and deeper into the master bedroom of the Lord.
Amen.
When Eve was created, Adam received anesthesia and imparted his rib to Eve. The cross is the unique way that Adam can meet Eve. Christ can meet his church, and his church can meet Christ right here.
Amen.
Before Jesus died, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples and shared the Last Supper with his disciples. He did not want his disciples become polluted by the world. He did not want his church to become polluted by the world. That's why he washed their feet of his disciples. He imparted the bread and wine to his disciples the night before he was arrested. He wanted his own being would be reproduced and expanded to all mankind. In order to make that happen, everything must be well preserved and reproduced accurately.
Amen.
The cross is the borderline which separates the Old Testament and New Testament. In the cross, there's endless secret are hidden. Most of religious people understand about the cross so shallow. They don't eat the core. That's why they truly cannot save their life. Our daily life must become transformed as we enter deeper and deeper into the cross, and our relationship with other people become renewed. We have to be reborn every day.
Amen.
We cannot clean ourselves. Bridegroom must clean the bride. Religious people try to clean themselves daily, and it makes them so tired, and even though they clean themselves, cannot meet the criteria of the Lord. To make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. Thank you.
Amen. Okay, Jason, thank you again for another great message and very enlightening. And like you said, I'm being washed by the water of God, so I'm renewed every day. So when you talked about at the beginning, the main focus of the Bible, you made it so simple, so it's so easy for me to understand and break it down. So Jesus is the main focus of the Bible, and the main focus of the mystery of Jesus is the cross, right? The crucified Christ. So there we meet to be united with God. That's the only place where we can find the unity among, for example, my family. If I begin with maybe my daughter and my husband, that's where true union takes place, when I am born again at the cross. So in the verse you mentioned that when Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So I realize that when I think about only myself, and when my thoughts always rule over me, I feel very worried and nervous, and I worry about the future, and I worry about like my daughter and my husband and everything around me, thinking that nothing is secure, and I feel insecure as well. But because I myself is not created for me or for my own good, but I am actually a creature for God. So I am here to express God. And like Jesus, when he died and when he resurrected, he said the true being or the original man, the recovered man or the redeemed man, would be reproduced and expanded through all of us, right? So when I find myself in that purpose of my own life, and I think that's the meaning of cross, when I see myself not as for my own good, but for the purpose of God, to express him and give thanks no matter what, and be just happy and be glad and thankful of whatever is given to me now, or I don't know, maybe what happened in the past was also because of to glorify God. I think whenever I think about that, I find myself at peace, and I can easily let go of my endeavors or efforts, or I wouldn't complain, but just be calm and be thankful that I am here to express him once again. So thank you for your wonderful message again, and I would also want to be closely connected with you, because I cannot do it on my own, because I cannot wash myself. Like at the last part of our message says that to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word. And for me right now, the word is through Jason. So this weekly meeting with Jason and listening to his message very close to him makes me come again and like live again and realize my true state or purpose in living everyday life. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Please, your echo.
Okay.